Hey there, Spanily. Today I'm continuing my series with Richard Grannon, and today we're going to cover one point, and that is exactly how are you supposed to rebuild confidence after you've gone through something as terrible as narcissistic abuse? How do you find yourself again? How do you rebuild your life? So let's get started. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and we'll just get going. After you've been through a relationship with a narcissist, very often you don't even know who you are anymore and you're not sure exactly how you're supposed to start over. If you've gone through a romantic relationship with a narcissist, you've lost yourself. And if you happen to have had a narcissistic parent, which is more common than you might expect for people who find themselves with narcissists as adults, well, you may have no clue who you actually are. So if that's the case, if this is your story, this video is for you. I'm going to start out by sharing with you Richard Grannon's thoughts on how you're supposed to rebuild yourself in your life and your self-confidence after abuse. So take a look.
I actually have a program that I'm working on right now that I'm going to be teaching two coaches to take clients through. That's very specific and very step-by-step. It's like a 6-step program. We go white belt, yellow belt, green belt, blue belt. We'll get you through to your black belt. So there's two things that have to be done. One is the yin style work, which is we need to go back into trauma. We go into the past. We look at where the templates for our attachment styles, because it's probably we have a damaged attachment style that needs to be resolved. We have issues around love that need to be resolved. We need to know how to process pain and how to process trauma. After a narcissistic relationship, if you think you're going to skip off into the sunset without doing your grieving, I got some bad news for you. You've got to go through a state, and it's not fast. I mean, people are like, can't you make it faster? You know, NLP. I'm like, the human is what the human is. Like, you're not going to not experience grieving that goes on for 6 to 9 months. At the least. That's just how long the human being takes when we have been pair bonded to separate those attachments. And then there's the yang style stuff, which is find where the weaknesses are in the system and work on them. You know, we're an interlocking series of systems. You got to work on that. You know, what's your socialization and social intelligence like? What's your self-assertiveness like? What is your self-care up to? Can we work on those things and help you to pull out of it that way? So there's a lot, you know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And the work is, it's time consuming, it's challenging, and it's hard. But if you can go through it, you'll be an infinitely stronger and much, much happier person on the other side of it.
Agreed. Since we previously discussed on this channel quite a lot about self-esteem and self-confidence, I'm going to share a few of my best tips with you right here. Take a look. Your relationship with yourself is truly the most important one that you will ever have in your lifetime. Most of the trouble that you have with yourself is that you don't know yourself as well as you'd like to, and that's especially true when you've been in relationships with narcissists. You might have spent most of your life, or at least most of the time that you've spent with narcissists, avoiding yourself. We don't want to address our shortcomings or deal with uncomfortable thoughts, do we? But you can't escape yourself. So, hey, why not make friends with yourself? Why not fall in love with yourself? These techniques that I'm about to share with you are priceless. They'll help you develop a stronger relationship with yourself, and they will help you to find that place in yourself where you can become unapologetically, positively, unequivocally, beautifully yourself. One of the first things you've got to do is start your day with gratitude every single day. Positive thoughts and gratitude. Every day, think of 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. Instead of reaching over to grab your cell phone the minute you wake up, checking the weather or whether or not your favorite TV show is updated or sports team or whatever y'all are into, spend the time on yourself. Mentally list a few things that make you grateful to be alive and tell yourself something positive. Like I said, 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. Give yourself the intention of having a good day. List your positive qualities. Get your day off with a good start for you. Next up, write in a journal. Your thoughts and your life are worth recording, my friend. Take time every evening to write for just a few minutes. You're going to gain a lot of insight about yourself and your appreciation for life, and you're going to show yourself that your life actually matters, and it does. Next up, let go of the things that you're avoiding. Let go of those avoidance behaviors. What do you do when you're feeling emotionally under the weather? Do you shop? Do you eat? Do you get online? Instead of avoiding yourself, try sitting with yourself. See what's going on in there. Just breathe and notice your feelings and your body sensations. Avoiding them just prolongs the cycle. In time, your negative emotions will dissipate. Next up, meditate. Think of meditation as spending quality time with yourself. Begin with just a few minutes and extend the time as you feel more comfortable. You're going to learn how your mind works by meditating. And don't forget, meditation doesn't have to be just sitting still. I can't always function that way. Sometimes I need to get up and move my ass. Pardon my language. It helps me. I pop in my earbuds and I just start walking. It's very good for you. It's all about keeping your mind still, and I think best that way. So whatever works for you, do that. Next up, spend some time every single day on your own personal development. What do you feel the need to learn? Social skills, relaxation skills, networking, spiritual development. You spend so much time doing things for your boss, doing things for your home, your kids, your family, your spouse. Take a break. Spend some time just dealing with your own needs. I've said this before, but I like to have at least 1 hour per day where I don't have to deal with anybody. I like alone time during that time. Next up, have some fun. Plan some fun in your life. You deserve it, my friend. Get a monthly massage or meet a friend for ballroom dance lessons. Whatever. It's your life. Enjoy it. Okay. Next up, forgive yourself. You have made a few mistakes because you're human and you're allowed to make mistakes. I've made a whole bunch, trust me. And hey, we've all missed out on a few surefire opportunities, have we not? That's no reason to beat yourself up. And quite honestly, if you do that, you're just going to waste the rest of your life. Stop it. It's time to let go of your past and forge ahead. Next up, and this is a big one, groom yourself to a high standard. Take the time to shower every day. Don't wash your hair every day. That's bad if you're female. Pay a regular visit to the barber shop or the salon, monthly maybe, 6 weeks, whatever. Keep your grooming at a higher standard than you have before, and maybe even higher standard than other people in your environment. When you take care of yourself, you show the world how much you mean to yourself. Next up, get help if you need it, and don't be scared of it. Nobody can handle everything all the time by themselves. Sooner or later, everybody needs help, me included. This may come to you in the form of a trusted friend or professional help. Get the help you need and remember that you're worth it. Don't forget, you can also join me and our tribe live Monday through Friday in the morning and twice on Tuesdays. If you want to be notified of that, just hit the subscribe button here and the bell notification, and every time I go live, you'll receive a notification. Your other option is to text Angie Live to 33222, and I'll text you 5 minutes before I go live each day. Let me ask you a question. How well do you actually know yourself? How well do you manage yourself? Both of those things could always use a little enhancement, am I right? It's not always easy to live with yourself, right? But remember that you do have a lot to offer yourself and you're worth it. Spend a little bit of time every single day being good to yourself. Have some fun and spend some time on your own personal development. Strengthen the most important relationship of all, the one you have with yourself. Now I'm going to give you 10 quick points that you can use as you move forward in your life to help you as a survivor of narcissistic abuse to overcome it and embrace your whole self unapologetically. So that if somebody criticizes you or attacks you or comes after you emotionally, you will be so strong that they cannot get to you. I find this a beautiful thing, my friend, and I would love for you to have this as well. Number 1, understand that you're relevant. We spend so much time feeling irrelevant, invalidated, unacceptable, etc., not good enough. You need to understand that you're relevant, that you matter to the world, that your opinions matter and your thoughts matter, your work matters, your mere presence matters. You have already touched numerous lives in so many ways, and you don't even realize it yet. Number 2, understand your greatest mistakes don't define you. Your mistakes may have influenced your life. Certainly they have. They've influenced my life. My mistakes have. But they've only changed who you are if you've allowed that to happen. And if you can see the silver lining of any cloud, you can know that positive change can be a good thing, and sometimes it comes from a negative experience. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you've made. Tomorrow is always a new day. Number 3, forgive someone who has wronged you. Forgiving doesn't mean that you have to let them back into your life, by the way. So when you're forgiving your narcissist, what I like to do in that situation is write them a letter, say all the things you need to say, spill out all your cuss words for them, spill out all your upset, your anger, and all the things they did that make you hurt. Put it in the letter. At the last paragraph of the letter, write to them, and now I'm going to forgive you, not for yourself, but for me, because I don't deserve to have that toxic energy in my life anymore. You're not going to spend any more time or mental energy holding on to your anger. It's toxic to you. Be good to yourself and let it go. You're going to impress yourself with your inner strength, and you're going to enjoy the forgiveness because it brings relief to you. Number 4, Think about the best compliments that you've ever received. Bask in them. The most meaningful compliments are those that bring a joy to your soul. Those that ring true to you in the depth of your soul. It's exciting when someone else recognizes the best that we have to offer the world, isn't it? Number 5, take a stand for something you believe in. Be bold in your opinion and know what you think is right and wrong. Be okay with whatever that is for you. Know your ethics, know your values, and be proud of them. Be willing to share your interests with people in your life and your hobbies. When you love yourself, you can do what interests you without the need for approval from others. That is the biggest thing. You must learn to drop your need for validation from the outside of yourself. When you can do that, everything changes for you. Be proud of what's most important to you. Number 6, be kind to yourself. The world is going to be harsh enough on you as it is. Make an effort to be kind to yourself. Remember your good strengths and your good qualities. I'm going to tell you something. One of the things I tell my clients all the time is think about if this situation were happening to your child or your friend or someone you really, really care about, how would you advise them? And I ask them to advise themselves in the same way. Number 7, be of service to other people. We admire people who give us themselves, who give of themselves. You can admire yourself by spending a little bit of time each week helping to make someone else's life a little bit easier or more pleasant. Find a charity or a social organization that addresses a cause that's near and dear to your heart, or just do a random act of kindness sometimes. Number 8, take care of yourself. See the doctor, see the dentist, pay for a good haircut. Avoid dressing like a slob. Avoid being obsessed with your appearance, but give it the attention it deserves. Make an effort to look like the best possible version of yourself because you're worth it. Because you're worth it. You're worth the time and the effort that it takes. Number 9, do something nice for yourself. Take the trip that you've been meaning to take, you keep putting it off. Buy yourself a book or a Kindle ebook. Take a class on a topic that interests you. Like earlier today, I did a free training on Kindle over on my other channel. Check that out if you want. Buy those expensive sheets that you have been wanting and not getting for your bed. Don't do it as a reward to yourself. Do it just because you're awesome and you deserve that shit. Finally, number 10, remember your greatest successes. Remember how amazing you are. You have done so many great things in your life. You just have to remember them. Remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself what you're all about. And remember, you, just as much as anybody else in the world, deserve to be happy. You deserve to be loved. And who better to start the love out than yourself? I know it sounds ridiculous, but you literally have to fall in love with yourself, and I know that you can do it. All right, this brings me to the question of the day. The question of the day is, are you still working on building up your self-esteem after narcissistic abuse? And if you are, what are you doing to make sure that you kind of remember who you are? Are you still working on finding yourself again after narcissistic abuse? And if you are, share with us exactly what you're doing. And if you've already done it and you know who you are, you're feeling pretty good about things, share any comments or thoughts or ideas that you have in that area so that you can help another survivor who might just find themselves on the same path as you. Share your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. All right, that's all I've got for you right now. As always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. I'll see you soon. It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.